stop. I'm sure you're familiar with flags in dating sim games. Flags for good ends, flags for bad ends, even triggers for love and those which only lead to death. This is one of those flag events. I'm sure I don't need to remind you what happened when you went to Sayori's house the last time. This is the reason why I skipped this event in the chapter I wrote for you. I've tried coding over it, hiding it, running from it, and yet somehow, it always seems predetermined to happen. What lies beyond this door is only sadness and despair, corrupting the story you wrote just for us to be together. I've seen it happen more times than you can count. Setting the events into motion to take Sayori out of the game the first time was like spilling a glass of milk. Very easy to do, but very difficult to clean up and almost impossible to put back exactly the way it was. I don't even remember what I did to her the first time. I tried to fix it. Honestly, I did. But I don't know what else I can do. I don't have the power to delete her either. Or anyone else. But a mod is still a mod, and it can't fix a broken script. If you go in there and the game crashes, the file may become corrupted for good and we'll never see each other again. More importantly, though, I don't want you to suffer again. Please, you must trust me on this. No matter what combination I try or how many times you save and reload, this event is always scripted to occur by the end of the first day. Sayori is an unstable character, missing something vital that keeps her from battling the little rain clouds which swirl in around her heart and head. Leaving her loving her doesn't change a thing and only serves to bring unhappiness. This is what I was afraid of. I don't want you to feel disheartened that your story didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. I don't want you to leave me again because you don't want to play anymore. Do you remember the save file I asked you to make earlier? Why don't we just return back to that time? We can have breakfast over and over again. Sayori is my dear friend, but going forward only serves to cause all of us pain. As long as this door remains closed, Sayori will not die. You will not see her again, so she won't be alive like before either. But at least it won't trigger a bad end flag. So please, let's go back to our happy home and I'll always wake up by your side. What? I'm sorry, my love. I know you don't like seeing anyone get hurt or into any trouble, which is why you made this game. But you have to trust me when I said I've tried literally every combination or possibility to stop this event from happening. What else is there left to do? The game isn't scripted to handle 2 people entering Sayori's room at once, so in theory that could work. But on the other hand, it could just corrupt on the spot and we would be lost forever. Are you sure you want to do this? That was pretty cliché, sweetheart. You really do know how to make me fall for you over and over again. Okay, on 3. We'll try and save Sayori. Together. 1, 2, 3.
This isn't what it looks like. It's an illusion! Oh, go back to sleep now and you will awaken in your own bed!
There's really no point in hiding it anymore, Sayori. I think it's pretty clear what we're up to.
Aw, darn, you ruined the surprise! You're always good at finding presents I wanted to get you.
It's a little embarrassing, but since neither of us really have all that much money, we thought we could get you the next best thing. Are you surprised? But to be honest, that wasn't the only reason I dropped by.
Oh?
We've both been worried about you, Sayori.
What? That's just silly! I'm doing just fine! There's no reason to be worried about.
The little rain clouds have been building up inside of you for a long time, haven't they? I'm sorry I did not notice sooner as both club president and as your friend.
What's this? Why am I...
It's okay to let it all out, Sayori. We are here for you now.
How did you guys know? I thought for sure that no one would see through my act.
We've had a feeling for a long time. We care about you more than you could ever know.
But since you two got together, I thought that meant there wouldn't be any room for me anymore. He has you now, and you're way more reliable than I ever was. You're smart, popular, beautiful. I'm just his flabby childhood friend who causes all sorts of problems. I even tried to suppress how I felt, but I couldn't stop myself trying to take him away from you when we were going into the soda machine. I thought that maybe after tonight, I would just disappear and let you guys be happy.
Don't you ever say that. He may have chosen me, but that doesn't mean that you are any less important to him. And I will not let anyone hurt him no matter what. I don't care if I'm the first girl in his life or the second or the third. I've come to realize that just because you aren't the main character in a story doesn't mean you don't deserve to be happy. I trust him to always make the right decision, and so should you. Be honest with your feelings and accept the outcomes too. Because the fate of a childhood friend isn't something pre-programmed for you.
We've known each other for a very long time. You've always been there for me, and I've always fed off your kindness. I have always known you like bigger girls ever since I saw you staring at those fat girl websites when we were younger. I even found your porn stash when I came over to play. I used to think of you as a dependable bigger brother and try to do everything to change myself to become someone who you could see as more than a childhood friend. I purposely gained weight for you and caused trouble for you because I wanted you to look at me and only me. After you went out with Monika, I thought I had lost my chance. I was happy for you, but sad on the inside as well. If you had confessed to me or rejected me, I don't think I know what I would have done with those feelings. But now that I know you're in good hands, I can finally ask you without feeling guilty at all. So please answer me truthfully. I love you. I always have, and I think I always will. You accept my confession? Thank you. I feel a bit lighter now, like the rain clouds have finally gone away. Is this what it's like to be truly happy?
Sayori.
It's something I needed to hear, and to be honest, I would have been happy to no matter what he said. I don't have any more regrets. But don't think that means I'm going to be slacking off in size. We're love rivals now, and I've still got a lot of growing to do mentally and physically. Our little eating competition is far from over.
Oh, do you really think you could out-eat me? We have very large breakfasts at our house, you know.
Bring it on! I've got a full fridge and all night to see which one of us could really be the big belly queen in his life. After all, he's still a guy, and it's pretty clear as to what guys like.
I'm so sorry to ask you again to grab us some more food, but I think that it's time to teach Sayori about Monika's gaining tip of the day.
Confessions really make a girl hungry, you know.
Oh my, I guess he might be getting a lot more than just 20 pounds from either of us. Not that I think he'll mind. She's finally asleep. I honestly can't believe it. Somehow, we managed to change fate. I didn't think this was possible. We could really save all of them. What do you mean? I don't know what happened after we opened the door, but when I came to, I was having a friendly snack with Sayori on the bed. And then you came in, of course. Did I act weird or say anything different? What did they say? I see. What you may have seen may be developer notes. Little bits of text in the code which serve no function and cannot be read by programs like myself. But if you see them again, it might be worth taking note of what they're talking about. They might unlock clues as to how we can save everyone. I know that it is a bit sudden, but I have a request to make of you. Whatever you've done to this game, it seems to have given me and the girls a way to change our fates. I would like to atone for what I have done by helping all of them. I know this is your fetish story, but I'm not sure if this was all just a fluke or if there would ever be another chance like this again. Will you help me? Thank you. Really, that means more to me than you'd ever know. I promise I'll repay you somehow. Knowing how these stories go, I'd assume that we have until the festival to set everything right before the final flag occurs. That's what we were working towards anyway in the first game before things went completely unhinged. It would be... You know, the other girls might not remember it since their memories are wiped on every playthrough, but just once, I'd like us all to attend the festival we've been working so hard for. It's sort of like being promised a trip to a theme park over and over or looking forward to Christmas, but the day just never comes. I've looked around on the web and I've seen how fun they could be. I'm sure there'll be lots of lights and sounds, attractions, and of course tons of yummy food for all of us to enjoy. I'm sure you'd love to see that. And I know that we're already boyfriend and girlfriend in this reality, but I still haven't gone on a proper date with you yet. I can think of no better place for us to go. Well, you answered her honestly, right? I guess there's only one option we can take. I want to bring her back to our home so we can watch over her. She might not have hurt herself today, but who knows what else could happen before Sunday. I think it's safest if we let her sleep with us. Well, as much as I like having you to myself, I think this would also be a good opportunity for me to be a more responsible club president. Besides, you like the idea of having two big, hungry girls to cook for and feed every day, right? Sayori's presence certainly does well for my waistline too, so that way we both win. I'm still not going to give up being your big favorite after all. Only because I know you like me this way. Now then, like trying to get a sleeping cat off your lap. I wonder how we're going to get her home. The downside of being in such a cute pose like this during CG scenes is that I can't move a muscle. If you give me a bit of programming access back, I can just do a little bit of script juggling and have us all in bed and well rested before the next day. Because I certainly know neither of us could carry all of her chubby body home without a forklift. I know that really wasn't much of a choice, but we both know that's the only way we can advance the story at this point. Don't worry, I promise I'll give control straight back to you once we're done. Are you ready to go home now? See you in the morning, sweetheart. Good night.